Living in this part of the United States, southwestern Indiana, it's a very special place. It has rich soils, great river systems, a wonderful climate, great people, lots of wildlife. Don't tell anybody, but this is a really special part of our country. I have a particular, feeling of responsibility when you've been on the land and your family's been here. Just think in 100 years, 4 generations have lived on this farm. My grandfather bought this farm back in the 40s. When they farmed back in this particular area, they called it Hell's 12 because it was this swampland down in here that flooded all the time. What we finally did is we decided the best use of this land was to put it back in trees. Planting hardwood bottoms back is really a value. One, to hold the soil in place. We have a lot of volume of water flow that comes across these floodplains, and they scour the soil off of these river bottoms. We're not only losing a lot of soil and land, amazingly, big oak forests like this have the ability to pull nitrogen right out of the groundwater. So these river systems, while they're full of water and it may not be flooding, the nitrogen that goes out underground is actually pulled out of the ground and put into these oak trees, into these hardwood bottoms, holding nutrients in place in floods. But in non-flood times, we're learning that these forest systems have a lot of value in keeping nutrients out of the Gulf. The problem in the Gulf of Mexico right now is there's just too many nutrients escaping off of these landscapes. Those nutrients are dollar bills. That's actual value on these farms. That's what we're paying for, is nitrogen and phosphorus. No farmer wants to lose that into the Gulf. One of the solutions that's very popular now is the use of cover crops. We're harvesting here mid-October and putting annual ryegrass on as we harvest with the combine. Very cost effective, and it's going to sequester all the nutrients on this field. We're going to keep it out of the Wabash. Farmers like cover crops. Landowners, landlords like cover crops. They have a lot of beauty. There's about 24 things that cover crops do, but holding nutrients in place, increasing water infiltration. I use them on 100% of my land. I feel particularly responsible for what impact I have on nature, where my soil goes, how to keep it on the ground. That's important to me because we all have a responsibility to everyone and everything up and down through the Mississippi Basin. Not only do I want to do the right thing as a farmer, but I want to be a good example to other farmers. It's not just about what I do on my farm, but it's about what all farmers do up and down through the watershed of the Mississippi River.